Hello friends, my name is Evgeny, I'm from Ukraine. I'm watching my video using this service, since my pronunciation of the English language does not allow me to do it myself. Thanks for understanding.
The 352nd day of the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. Let's look at the main events over the past day. Today, Russia has launched its 14th massive missile attack on Ukraine's infrastructure. During the night, there were several launches of kamikaze drones and missiles. Zaporizhzhia, Kharkiv and Dnipro suffered mainly. In the morning, the Russians launched rockets from bombers, and there were 3 waves of attacks. Explosions were heard in Kiev, Kharkiv, Kryvyi Rih, Khmelnytsky, Ivano-Frankivsk, as well as in Lviv, Odessa, Dnipropetrovsk, Zaporizhzhia, and Poltava regions. The national energy company Ukrenergo said in the morning that there were hits on a number of high-voltage energy facilities throughout the country. True, it is not entirely clear whether it was at night or already during the morning attack. Minister of Energy of Ukraine Galashchenko said that there is a hit in thermal and hydroelectric facilities, as well as high-voltage infrastructure in 6 regions. There are emergency shutdowns in many regions. The most difficult situation, according to Galashchenko, is in Zaporizhzhia, Kharkiv, and Khmelnytsky regions. The Ukrainian Air Force said that 61 out of 71 missiles were destroyed during today's missile attack. 5 Shahed kamikaze drones were also destroyed. Friends, I need your support. If you have the opportunity, please support me financially. Thank you very much. Your support makes my work possible. In the Donetsk direction, according to the General Staff of Ukraine, the Russians are attacking in the Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and Novopavlivsk sectors, and the main battles are taking place in the areas of Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Opytne, Maryanka, and Volodar. Over the past 24 hours, according to the General Staff of Ukraine, a number of Russian attacks have been repulsed. In the Bakhmut sector, attacks were repulsed in the areas of the settlements of Fedorivka, Bakhmut, Krasnohorivka, Prechystivka, and Ivanivsky. To the north of Bakhmut, the Russians advanced on the northern and southeastern outskirts of Prechystivka. Also, Russian troops are actively trying to go around the system of fortifications in Prechystivka and Krasnohorivka from the north and reach the Bakhmut-Slovyansk highway, cutting off the supply route of the Ukrainian army. In addition, the Russians are trying to move towards the settlement of Brikivka in order to encircle the Ukrainian army defending Prechystivka and Krasnohorivka. Meanwhile, British intelligence claims Russian success in the Bakhmut area. On the northern outskirts of Bakhmut, Wagner PMCs advanced 2 to 3 kilometers to the west, taking control of a site near the main M03 highway leading into the city. Russia also dominates the northern approaches to Bakhmut, according to British intelligence. In turn, Russian telegram channels say that southwest of Bakhmut, the Wagner PMC, with the support of artillery and aviation, advanced in the Water Canal area and reached the highway from Konstantinivka. Having entrenched themselves there and in the north of Bakhmut, the Russian units actually took control of all logistics routes to the city under fire control. According to Russian reports, as early as the afternoon of February 9th, all major roads connecting Bakhmut and neighboring cities were taken under fire control. Safe supply and movement along the highways Bakhmut-Siversk, Bakhmut-Slovyansk, Bakhmut-Konstantinivka, and Hormovy-Chasiv Yar is impossible. The roads are under the control of attack aircraft, drones, rocket and self-propelled artillery of Russia. At the same time, the head of the unrecognized Donetsk People's Republic, Pushilin, announced today that Wagner PMCs cut 3 out of 4 supply routes for Ukrainian troops in Bakhmut. From the Ukrainian side, these statements are not confirmed. Let me remind you that earlier Zelensky said that the armed forces of Ukraine would fight for Bakhmut in order to gain time before the arrival of military assistance. According to the General Staff of Ukraine, Russian attacks in the areas of Krasnohorivka and Avdiivka were repulsed in the Avdiivka sector. At the Novopavlivsk site, an attack was repulsed in the area of the settlement of Prechystivka. The head of the unrecognized Donetsk People's Republic, Pushilin, said today that the Russian army had entrenched itself in the southern part of Volodar, but noted that the Ukrainian army was redeploying reserves. He also said that Russian troops began evacuating people from Volodar to Volnovakha and that there are about 1,400 civilians in the city and some of them have already been evacuated. Also, the British intelligence report says that near Volodar, the Russians managed to bypass the western outskirts of the city, although they suffered heavy losses and abandoned about 30 armored personnel carriers. At the same time, Ukrainian telegram channels report that the situation in Volodar is under the full control of the armed forces of Ukraine. Absolutely all attempts by Russian troops to break through the defenses of the Ukrainian army ended in defeat and flight from the battlefield. Reports from the Russian side about the alleged breakthrough of the defense in the south of Volodar are Russian disinformation. Meanwhile, the commander of the Russian battalion Vostok Khodakovsky, who was taking part in the attack on Volodar, noted in his blog that, by and large, we ran into cities, but somewhere we are slowly crawling along the fronts, and in general, the whole situation is not marked by any or dynamics, so some grandiose plans are being made now. And the means to solve this problem are impressive. The problem is planned to be solved in the coming weeks, just about. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and please leave comments, it helps in promoting the channel. Thank you.